Well, let me see what else I've got in here that we can toss in the trash. Here we go. Another hat. That'll be a good start because I could only find the small garbage can, so it's already got the helmet in there and the foam hands. Not going to be needing those. Miami loses in overtime 26-20. No, there's absolutely nothing funny about this at all. I don't want to make this about that, but I had a Miami YouTuber call me out last year, and he said, man, Coop is just such a dumbass clown, wearing that clown wig and a neck brace and stuff in his videos. Well, you know what? This is a clown program. In the trash. No excuse. There is nothing anybody could say. There is no positive spin that you can put on this football game. Mario Cristobal in year 4 just lost to a former Miami Hurricanes offensive coordinator with some former Miami Hurricanes that entered the portal. There's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. We are the laughingstock of college football once again. Nothing to play for. We already knew probably wasn't going to be, conference championship, but maybe we could still get into the playoffs. Just every game is a playoff game from here on out. Do we have a championship mindset or what? Well, I guess not. This is immediately after the game. I picked up the phone and hit record. I don't know what to feel. I get so sick and tired of this. No amount of money can dig Miami out of this hole. No amount of recruiting, transfer portal players. Miami's cursed. And that's such a stupid thing to say. I don't believe in that nonsense. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know what to think. What do we do? Mario Cristobal was supposed to be the savior. We go 10-2 last year with 5 wins, 7 wins, 10 wins. Here we go. This year, man, even if they don't win the national championship, which most people weren't predicting, we could definitely go to the playoffs or maybe try to win the conference. And here we are. It's going to feel like a waste again. All of it for nothing. All that money spent for nothing. Facility upgrades for nothing. Doesn't mean a thing. Sitting on the outside once again. The hot start doesn't matter. It's really not that cool to beat Notre Dame if you turn around and lose to Louisville and SMU. Once again, Miami losing in November. Cristobal had lost 8 of 12 games in November since he's been at Miami. Let's make it 9. There's no excuse for that. The team just looking unprepared. Bad game management again. Cristobal, why did we call a timeout when SMU's coming up? It's 4th down, right? It seemed like defensively, even if there was a little bit of confusion, it was SMU that was in panic mode. They had no timeouts. Jennings is trying to get the play in. We call a timeout. If anything, that doesn't make any sense because it maybe gives them time to put a play together on a very crucial 4th down. And then lo and behold, Lightfoot puts hands on somebody, on Jennings, and we get a flag and they get a free 1st down anyways. I don't even hate the call. We were arguing in the stream about if they should have taken the points, when they went for it on 4th down. I don't mind going for it. I just don't like the play call. That's the problem. I like the aggressiveness of going for it because you can't say, well, Coop, if they had taken the 3, then it would have been a 6-point game. Then SMU can't kick it to go to overtime. You're assuming that every single thing happened the exact same way after that. It doesn't work like that. We don't know that. I don't know. We might have lost by 14 or 17. Maybe the game played out totally different. 20 points. How many rushing yards did SMU have? I don't care that they had 365 passing. They had 23 rushing yards. 23. Beck throws 2 picks, one of them in overtime. JoJo Trader comes in. It's the moment we've been waiting for. It's JoJo. That's our guy. Come on, CJ Daniels is out. Last second, here's JoJo. He catches a touchdown. We're freaking out. We're losing our minds. Here we go. Then he bobbles a ball and it gets picked. That one was not on Beck. That's on you, JoJo. 12 penalties for 96 yards. You can't win a football game like that. And it's not gotten any better. Maybe every now and then a little bit of improvement, but overall, no. No. Why is this team so undisciplined? Why all the pre-snap penalties? Why does Brockermeyer continue to get his shit pushed in? And that's the best center we got, I guess, because he's still in there. My head hurts. I said, I look like a joke because it's a joke of a program. Coop, you look goofy. Well, Miami looks goofy. Coop, you're a clown. Well, I feel like one. Once again, Miami loses a game they are the favorite in. 11.5-point favorite. You lost to Louisville. You were a 2-touchdown favorite. You're almost a 2-touchdown favorite against SMU, and you lose. We got out-coached. We got outplayed across the board. There is no excuse. This team is it's Malachi Tony, and I guess that's it. I really don't. We can't hang with, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I understand that I'm reacting in the moment, so there's going to be some comments that are made, right? If you want to talk about being a team that's playing for a national championship and we're dropping games to a 5-3 SMU, we're nowhere near any closer than we were. Nowhere near any closer. Not even a little bit. Nope. Not at all. And there, like I already said this, there's no way to put any kind of positive spin on this. That's why I get so sick and damn tired of people always buying into well, they needed that loss. They didn't. Miami needed to win. Talking about the Louisville game, right? All the headlines and all the big coaches and stuff and all the people who write for On3 and 24/7 Sports, that activated something in Miami. Oh, buddy, you don't want to play a Miami team that's angry that just lost and it's getting disrespected. Really, because we just crapped the bed again. What Miami needed to do is show that they were a championship caliber team and they could beat everybody on the schedule. But instead, here we are losing to another team that Miami should have. Man, Miami should have been up big in this game. Really, they should have. Miami should have beat this team by 14-21 plus. 100%. The opportunities were even there at points in the game. Couldn't get the job done. It just feels like we're right back at like it's over. And I don't care that. Well, man, look, you have Notre Dame's only up 12-0 on Boston College, Coop. Right now, Louisville's losing to Virginia Tech, Coop. I don't care. I'm here to talk about Miami. I don't care who else is winning or losing. The reality is, we're 6-2. We're 2-2 in the ACC. What are we playing for? For what? It just feels like such an unserious program. How do we continue to get out-coached? How are we getting out-schemed? How is everybody more disciplined than we are? Why is it always us? Why is it that Miami fans have to suffer so much? I swear nobody else goes through as much as we do. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm not even going to hear it out in the comments. Beck throws for 274, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jennings 365 and a touchdown. They had a receiver go for 136. They were picking balls out of the air left and right. Like freaking heat-seeking missiles going straight into their hands. Just picking them out. I know I'm not talking a ton of football and being super specific. It's really mostly just venting. But it's the heat of the moment, and I just had I'll ask you this: are there any positives from this? Because I don't think there is. There's not. There are no positives from this. I'm trying to remember what even happened in the game. I think my brain is doing its best to try to block it out. All I know is here we are again. It's the same thing every year, and for some reason I believe that it's magically going to get better, and it never does, and it never will.